Hi everyone, welcome back to GreyBeard Media. Today we're at Anfield. A video I was going to film more near 3rd of July. I was going to put this one together closer than it would be then. 1 year anniversary. Sadly when we lost our beloved player Diogo Jota. Now in this one I'm just going to try and picture together the unveiling date of Diogo Jota's sculpture that is currently being made by from all the fans, tributes and everything, and I've been trying to find out so much of the actual unveiling date, and it's really next to impossible, so fair play to Liverpool keeping this one under wraps. So let's get on with this video. Weeks from now, thousands of Liverpool supporters could be gathering outside of Anfield, one of the most emotional unveilings in the club's modern history. We all remember when this became an ocean of tributes, and still tributes at the bottom there. The exact place where supporters first came together after his death. This memorial isn't really about the past, it's about what Liverpool chooses to remember forever, for eternity. Let's run the intro, make it back all.
Forever our number 20.
And welcome back everyone. Yeah, football clubs build statues, memorials all the time. But why this one really matters more than anything. Very few memorials begin naturally with the supporters themselves. This one did, outside the main stand. Supporters created something emotional without realising it. Remember this area, the scarves, the flowers, flags, the messages. That area stopped feeling like an ordinary stadium space. It became something deeper. And that's why Liverpool creating the permanent sculpture feels so important. Because emotionally, supporters already chose the location themselves. The memorial already exists in people's minds. The sculpture simply makes it permanent. And Liverpool supporters understand something many football clubs don't. Certain players become connected to the soul of a stadium forever, not just because of trophies, not just because of goals, because supporters emotionally connect with them. Diogo Jota is one of those players. Now after the unveiling, if it is going to be on the 3rd of July, no one knows yet, do they? What could it look like in 10 years' time? Now imagine it's 10 years from today, when the unveiling happens. It's a European night at Anfield. Thousands of supporters are walking towards the stadium under the lights. And outside the main stand, scarves wrapped around the sculpture. Stories about moments that older supporters still remember perfectly. That's the real power of football memorials. They connect generations together. Supporters who watched the player live and supporters who never got the chance, and eventually the sculpture stops becoming just a tribute, becomes a part of matchday tradition itself. People meeting before the games, photographs before the finals, scarves left there after emotional victories. Long after the Liverpool squad is gone, supporters still stop beside the Diogo Jota sculpture. This will be more than just a sculpture. It's a big day this coming. It's not set in stone whether the sculpture will be unveiled on that day. I've just got a personal feeling it will. Many supporters now believe the anniversary of Jota's death, 3rd of July, could eventually become an emotional annual gathering point outside Anfield. Not organised formally, just naturally. The way football supporters often create traditions themselves. Flowers appearing every year, scarves tied around the railings, Portugal flags beside Liverpool shirts. Maybe supporters quietly singing "You'll Never Walk Alone" together outside the main stand. The emotional connection becomes even stronger. It just seems strange walking aside this grass, knowing it was all totally covered. There wasn't a single space, a gap to be seen. After Liverpool do unveil the sculpture on that date, if it is going to be on 3rd of July, the emotional connection becomes even stronger, because anniversaries matter in football culture. Supporters remember dates like Hillsborough, Istanbul, historic title wins, legendary European matches or even league matches, and now the 3rd of July may become another date emotionally tied to the Liverpool Football Club story. Not just because of football results, because of remembering a special man and his brother, Diogo, Jota, Silva. So what's fascinating about the sculpture itself, even though none of us have seen it yet, it's going to bring more than just remembering the player. It's going to bring a lot more than this. It's only the beginning, because over time the entire area around it could evolve into a permanent memorial space. Imagine subtle lighting around the sculpture during night matches, stone plaque engraved with the words connected to Diogo Jota's legacy, benches where supporters can stop before the entire stadium. There's plenty there now. Kenny Dalglish one, Bob Paisley, John Barnes, Stephen Gerrard. Plenty of places just to sit, have a moment to yourself while you're looking at the sculpture. Perhaps even messages from supporters, permanently incorporated into the design itself. Liverpool Football Club understands atmosphere and symbolism better than almost any club in the world of football. That's why locations matter so much. Every single supporter heading towards the Kop or main stand would walk past it, and Anfield Road end as well. Every away fan visit Anfield to see it. Every child visiting the stadium for the first time would ask about it. And slowly the sculpture becomes woven into the physical identity of Anfield forever and for eternity. That's the power of this club and its supporters. It really is a special place. And football moves quickly. Players change or move on, managers too. New signings arrive every season, but somehow certain names remain part of the clubs permanently. You still hear the older supporters talking about the past Liverpool legends of today. That's Kenny Dalglish, not because they still play, but because the stadium remembers them. What do memorials do? It keeps people emotionally present inside the story of the club, which is so important. Years from now, Diogo Jota could be heard around Anfield. Future supporters may discover his goals online for the first time. Young Liverpool fans may grow up recognising his sculpture before fully understanding his career. And eventually his memory becomes part of Liverpool Football Club's identity itself. Some players have records behind, others leave part of themselves inside the stadium forever. This will be etched into the future forever. As soon as the sculpture is in place, it's just something, a gathering point, a talking point. The stories will start, and it will just grow and grow and grow. Years from now, supporters walking towards Anfield may step outside the main stand without ever seeing Diogo Jota play live. They still know how he mattered, because they will probably remember people differently, not only through trophies, not only through statistics, but through emotion, through memory, through places that became sacred to supporters over time. And that's why the sculpture could have become one of the most meaningful memorials Anfield has ever seen. It will, not because of what it represents today when it finally gets unveiled, but because of what will continue to represent decades from now. The future memory of Diogo Jota and Silva. Let's get to journal. I hope you enjoyed these words. It took some doing, but it had to mean something deep within.
Forever our number 20. From Portugal to Anfield lights, you played with a magic touch in those Merseyside nights. A classy touch, a fearless run. The cop would rise when you'd score for fun. Arsenal trembling, Spurs in pain. You'd strike once more and we'd sing again. Derby days and European nights. Red shirt shining under floodlit skies. And every fan inside the ground still hears your name in every sound. From Shankly Gates to Walton Breck, your spirit lives, we won't forget. He was a number 20. He will take us to victory. And when he's running down the left wing, he'll cut inside and score for LFC. The cops sang loud, the flags held high for Diogo Jota through all of time. With Andre beside you in heaven above, two brothers carried by the people's love and painted the murals down the lane. Keep your memory strong again. Every scarf and every flame still shines brightly in your name. That back heel goal, that poacher's grace, the smile that lit the Anfield place. You fought for every badge and ball. That's why the fans still sing your call. Mural colors on the brick, scarves and flowers laid so thick. Kids still stop and point your name. Legends never leave this game. And when the crowd begins to roar, it feels like you still score once more in every chance and every song. To Liverpool, you still belong. He was a number 20. He will take us to victory. And when
So the drones landed back in my bag. Yeah, I was going to do that one near the July the 3rd, but I've got other plans for around that date. If I can find out when the statue gets erected, I'll try and be here. It's going to be tough because I don't think LFC are going to give away any dates or nothing, so I'll carry on digging. I'll try. Either way, I'll never walk alone, ever.